Hi Taurus, this is going to be your astrological what you need to know at present reading. I've just done Leo and Virgo. You may have them in your chart or you may be dealing with one, so go ahead and check them out. Actually, the Leo one I did it slightly differently. I did that one for past life. I don't know what drew me to it, but that is up on YouTube now. So let's have a look. Taurus Sun, Taurus. What do they need to know at present? I'm not going to use the Sun, Moon, Rising. If you choose to, that's fine. But I mean, it just relates to Taurus as it is. But go ahead if you feel it fits into a planetary system in your chart, and if you know astrology. All right. So we've got air, communication, 12th house. Taurus, what do you need to know at present? North Node. Okay, interesting. So this is where things are at for you at the moment. Mercury mind. Okay, air element as well as the Mercury card. You're starting to understand the undoing, being with the 12th house placement or 12th house itself. All those things that are unconsciously been driving the forces within you are now coming to the surface. The North Node card is beautiful to be present in this reading. It represents that you're understanding where things have, or what things are coming into play, are at play in your life at present. The air and the Mercury card are interesting because you may have been confused regarding what was going on to you, or like what's going on in your life. How you're feeling about this, also how you're going to deliver a way of understanding yourself to your environment and the people in it. So we have the Nine of Pentacles, the fruits of your labor. Like it is realistically about what you're wanting to achieve in your goals and structure your life to go in alignment with the North Node. And really commit to that factor. I see that you've got an assignment. You've got some sort of plan or structure in mind. It's two lots of pentacles here. It's showing me that you're committed to making those things happen. The unconscious is really coming to the surface on this, and you're really processing everything that's going on around you, and in particular the way that you're feeling. It may have taken a sense of or a period of rest and recuperation for you to understand that that's now in play. But if that's not the case, then that is what maybe is needed. I'm going to use the Psychic Tarot for the other two. Don't know what, something's drawn me to them. Back by the 12th house for Taurus. Temptation. Yeah, so that goes sort of hand in hand. That's an 8th house placement as well. It's going back and forth between the old patterns that you're trying to release for yourself and move forward into your soul's growth. There is that play very much at hand at the moment. I do see a refusal to want to go back to that way of living, or want to go back to that way of thinking as well, and really trying to ground yourself in the here and now. Underneath I've got prosperity begins, so that's promising for that particular placement. So yeah, it is about where you're at the moment. I feel like you're just releasing all that's needed, pushing away any negativity that's going on in your life and your surroundings, and really coming into your purpose, your play. One more please for 12th house. And be mindful that 12th house is playing out unconsciously. It also represents, with the temptation card there, there could be a sense of gravitating towards dark energies. So make sure you keep yourself grounded, surrounding yourself with a white light. The conflict and defeat card has come out, and that's where the process is like the undoing. You're feeling unworthy. You're feeling like you can't grasp the energy that you're manifesting and going into because of possibly fear, possibly understanding that this is a new way of being. Crown chakra underneath. And this is what you need to let go of. You just need to let go, understand, and trust the process. Clarify the North Node for Taurus. Universe. Yeah, the universe is giving you the signs, but not only that, this is a part of the path that you chose for yourself prior to incarnation. I feel like if you follow past life itself, I know that my readings will be a lot based around that because I'm a strong believer in it. So if you don't follow that, you probably won't understand a lot of my readings. If you do, that's great. But North Node being there, South Node, North Node are very much a past life and your current life and what you're going into. You want to follow your North Node. So the universe is supporting that factor. And there is, this is underneath solitude. You're understanding now that there's knowledge behind all of this and everything that's at play. That knowledge that you've already gained in previous lifetimes as well as this now is what's conflicting in the mind. It's that old belief system that you've been holding on to for so long. The fear, the judgment, all those characteristics that play up in our in our connection to ourselves and others. One more for North Node for Taurus. Okay, and we've got harmony and spiritual strength. So this is beautiful to end, but not necessarily in the way you're thinking. But these two cards are exactly where you're supposed to be in this point in your life. The spiritual strength is about showing the initiative to be able to be in capacity for self-love. It's also showing you that there is that harmonious ending, and that doesn't necessarily mean to be with another person or get what you want, because essentially soul growth is going to be about understanding that you can do things lovingly for yourself. You can blossom and move forward, and you don't need anybody to satisfy that role. But if it is, there could be very much on the horizon a partnership that consists of where you're supposed to be working into your North Node with a partner or alliance. Okay, so let's have a look at that, a past, present and future. Taurus, past, present and future. Show me what I need to see, past, present and future. Taurus, past, present and future. Taurus, past, present and future. Alright, we've got patience, shadow, and triumphant success. So this is the undoing part of things that is really playing out in your life at present. Okay, this is now you understanding that concept as well. Like there would be a lot of spiritual growth within you that you've been trying to fight, in a sense, for your identity. Firm foundation is underneath as the overall energy of this reading, and that is exactly what I feel like you may be just pining for in your life at present. You've got 14, 18 and 1, so we've got 5, 9 and 1. So that's in consecutive order, which I've just noticed. So 5's all about change, 9's all about endings and growth, and 1 is essentially new beginnings. But the way that this is actually this is progressing is it has taken a long time for you to maybe get to that point. But not only that, is your complete understanding of the patience necessary for this journey. So I'm going to clarify each of these, because there may be some things that may differ with each Taurus out there, but the collective that I'm speaking to, this is very much a ascension, and it's also moving you into your soul's purpose. So clarify patience. We have Queen of Cups. Okay, so you're honouring yourself, you're being patient with yourself, you're being loving to yourself. You could have Cancer in your chart. Cancer, Pisces or Scorpio. In particular, I am seeing Cancer, but I'm also seeing that somebody's taking a lot more time to nurture themselves and feel like they don't need anything other than to know that the soul is loved. So one more. Yeah, and moving away from old beliefs, or moving on from that rough part of your life that you knew that you had to play out. Those things had to play out for your understanding of the rhythms through which life will bring you, essentially for your soul's growth. But your psychic ability is now planted. It is now understanding that your third eye in particular is actually opening up for you to see the possibilities for your venture, for you as a part of you and what you want, if that made any sense. The Six of Swords. I've been seeing lots of sixes actually in the last reading. So yeah, this is very much also still making sure that you're looking after yourself and not neglecting a part of the health, or a part of your health regime slash environment that could essentially burden or burn you out, essentially, if that makes sense. So just make sure that you are aware that rest is necessary, that all those things that you have already been aware of, that you've done, put in place, and really grasp the concept of prior to this, you take awareness of that's still going to be needed in the near future and for as long as you're alive, essentially. So let's have a look at the shadow self. Yeah, spiritual growth, a mission, a journey, a new beginning. You're walking away from old emotional baggage as well as shadow systems. So it's like the Night of the Dark Soul situation, similar. I don't feel like you're going to have... You may be still stuck, though. I'm feeling like you're still stuck in confrontation with yourself. One more, please. Like bringing to the surface, like this is me now. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I wanted to do. This is what I've manifested. This is what I came here for. This, that, the other. That shadow side of things is now. It's time for you to say, I can release. I will release. And visualize that self, that old self that has held you back from your true potential, just melting away, just diminishing, removing, and detaching from the new self. One more, please, Taurus. Yeah, and stop burdening yourself out, but burdening yourself with responsibility by thinking that you have to go back to that way, or just release. Just there's a need for you to release and understand that the universe will take the burden so long as you allow it. And free will is a part of this, is like allowing yourself to be okay with removing those old energies from you, if that makes any sense. Alright, triumphant success. What's on the horizon? Okay, yeah, the manifestor, the magician. So that is on the horizon. That is what you have gone into or come into. The manifestations of those lessons that you've learned, the heartaches, the challenges, all those things you've manifested into your reality. You've also got now everything in your life is now on a very...
I didn't understand that.
Sorry, my Google decided to pop up. They don't understand it. Okay, so you're now on a new path to success, is what I want to say. And that's because I feel like you've brought a lot of honesty through to yourself, as well as bringing that identity forward into your sun sign itself. We've got the Lovers underneath. You could be dealing with a Gemini. You could very much have Gemini prominent in your chart. It could be a part of your North Node as well because of this position itself. And I'm noticing 1 and 1. So what this is like coming into one, okay? 6 as well underneath, but we'll go one more for Taurus. Let me go with that one. Yeah, and movement forward, taking leadership and moving forward into harmony, into success, into yourself, in a sense where your path is now lit. There's lots of yellow in this. This is lots of Leo energy, or not necessarily Leo, but lots of action taken. Yellow represents the solar plexus, so it very much governs that intuitive sense to move forward, but it's also a very vibrant, action-oriented colour. There is lots of yellows from where it was greys to oranges to yellows. This is very much consecutive. This is soul growth. This is looking beautiful. So you've got a 1 and a 7 as well, and what I'm hearing now is like you could be very much... 7 represents the 7th house in astrology. Now, the 7th house is that shadow card, that shadow self. So you could have Cancer in your 7th house. It doesn't have to be, but this represents the 1st house, and that is like the new beginnings, the action, the manifester. And what I'm saying here is you're now within your truth. So that's all I have for you guys. Please like, share and subscribe, and talk soon.